What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Joe Fleetwood podcast. And I gotta say, I feel like today might be one of my favorite shows. It's no secret that I'm a huge fan of rap as an art form, and I came up on the hip hop culture. I was fortunate enough to be born early enough to see hip hop in its infancy stages when it was just starting out, and blessed enough to still be alive to see where it's at in today. But in today's episode, we're going to talk about a woman who shattered barriers in every field that she was a part of. She conquered hip hop. She dominated television. She became a movie star. She earned an Academy Award nomination, and she performed on Broadway stages. And after being away for more than 3 decades since her last debut, she's still respected by every generation when it comes to entertainment and hip hop. We're talking about none other and no one other than Queen Latifah. Now, this isn't a story about a rapper who became an actress. This is about a woman who built the most complete career in entertainment history. Let me take you way back to the hip hop beginnings. Before the awards and the blockbuster movies, there was Dana Owens from Newark, New Jersey. And in the late 1980s, hip hop was booming. The culture was growing, but women were still fighting for recognition in the game. And then Queen Latifah arrived. Now, don't get me wrong, before her was Roxanne Shante, but that's another story for another time. But her debut album, All Hail the Queen, immediately stood apart. While many artists was focused on partying and street life, Latifah focused on empowerment, self-respect, black pride, and social issues that were going on at that time. Then came the record, Ladies First. Now, this record is one of the most important songs that was performed by a female artist to this date. It wasn't just music, it was a declaration, a statement that women belonged in hip-hop, and they deserved equal respect. But what many people forget, Queen Latifah wasn't just making waves with her own records. She was also becoming a part of one of the most important hip-hop collectives in hip-hop, the Native Tongue movement. Alongside De La Soul, A Tribe Called Quest, the Jungle Brothers, Moni Love, and Queen Latifah, they represented a different side of hip-hop, one built on creativity, positivity, and cultural pride. One of her most memorable appearances while rocking with the Native Tongue would have been on the song Buddy. Now, this song was so popular, even Music Soul Child remade a version of it. Now, this song quickly became a hip-hop anthem, but it also showcased Queen Latifah's confidence and charisma. And at the time, very few women were receiving this type of visibility in hip-hop. And even then, she sounded like royalty, which is exactly what she became. While many artists struggle to make that transition into acting, Queen Latifah made it look easy. In 1993, she landed the role of Khadijah James in the sitcom Living Single. The show followed 6 friends who were navigating their careers, adulthood, and growing up in Brooklyn. And Latifah's portrayal of Khadijah was iconic. She was strong, independent, successful, funny, and relatable. Now, many critics and fans even suggested that Living Singles created a blueprint for other sitcoms to follow, such as Friends. For millions of viewers, Queen Latifah was becoming a household name, not as a rapper, but as an actress. Living Single opened a lot of doors for Queen Latifah. Soon, she was appearing in major motion pictures, films such as Set It Off, Bringing Down the House, Beauty Shop, and Last Holiday. She also demonstrated her ability to lead a movie. Then came Chicago. Her performance as Matron Mama Morton earned her widespread praise and an Academy Award nomination. Now, think about this for a moment. A rapper from Newark, New Jersey became an Oscar-nominated success. That accomplishment alone could serve as her legacy, because not many rappers can go from entertaining on the stage to being on the big screen. But really, in that moment, she was just getting started. Now, one of the most surprising parts of her career came when an artist found out she could do more than rap and act. Queen Latifah embraced jazz, soul, and traditional vocal music. She released an album showcasing her sophisticated singing voice that many fans never knew she had. She wasn't just reinventing herself. She was expanding on what people thought was actually possible. Every time the industry tried to put her in a box, she stepped into another lane and excelled in that one. One of the most impressive things about Queen Latifah is her ability to connect with multiple generations. In 2019, she portrayed Ursula in Disney's live musical television event, The Little Mermaid Live. Now, for younger audience, of course, this may have been their first time encountering Queen Latifah. But believe you me, I saw the performance, and she did more than just deliver. Ursula is one of Disney's most recognizable villains. This role requires confidence, theatrical presence, and a commanding personality. And we all know Queen Latifah has all three of those in spades. And that performance demonstrated that Queen Latifah could move effortlessly between music, television, and film, and also live theater production. Very few entertainers can say they've been a hip-hop pioneer, a sitcom star, a movie actress, a jazz vocalist, and a Disney villain. But my girl, Queen Latifah most definitely can. Now, for me, one of the most impressive things about Queen Latifah is the respect that she continues to receive from the culture in which she helped build. Now, many artists have successful careers, but very few continue to have successful careers that range to 30 years. And Queen Latifah is one of those exceptions. And just to prove my point, I just so happened to be scrolling Facebook and then I saw it. It was a video of Queen Latifah being introduced by DJ K-Slay on the song Living Legends. And then that feeling just hit me all over again. The song was befitting of the title. And the song also assembles some of the greatest names in hip hop. Alongside Jadakiss and Bun B, the Queen definitely held her own leading off the trio. For me, Queen Latifah being in that video wasn't just about nostalgia. It was pure recognition. Recognition that she helped build hip-hop. She wasn't just participating in the song, she was actually being honored in that song as one of hip-hop's pioneers. Beyond the music, beyond the movies, beyond television, she also became a successful entrepreneur and a producer. She understood something that most entertainers fail to realize. Talent opens doors, but business keeps them open. By diversifying her career across multiple industries, she helped create a lasting brand that was able to survive the test of time. She was surviving changes in trends, changes in technology, and changes in audience tastes. And that's why she's so relevant still to this day. Now, don't get me wrong, Queen Latifah's story is bigger than just entertainment. She represents evolution. She represents reinvention. She represents perseverance. From Ladies First to Buddy, from Living Singles to Hollywood, and from Chicago to The Little Mermaid. From the golden age of hip-hop, showing up on DJ K-Slay's Living Legend. Her success proves that staying relevant doesn't just come from staying in one lane. It comes from mastering every lane that you enter. And that's exactly what Queen Latifah did. She didn't just become a star, she actually created the blueprint of what it takes. And that's why the crown still fits Miss Latifah to this day. Shout out to Queen Latifah. Much love. All hail the Queen. And if you enjoyed today's podcast and you like stories like these, man, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next podcast. Peace.